Imagine sharing your life with someone who never really existed. Not a ghost, not an imaginary friend. A flesh and blood roommate. Someone who laughed at your jokes, borrowed your food, and left their shoes by the door. And then one day, they vanish. And suddenly, you're the only person who remembers they were ever there. This isn't just an urban legend. Stories like this keep surfacing in college dorms, apartment complexes, even suburban homes. And every time, the question lingers. Who were they, and why did reality erase them? Our first story takes us to a one-bedroom apartment in Chicago, the late 1990s. A man, we'll call him Daniel, places an ad for a roommate after his longtime friend moves out. And within days, somebody answers. A quiet guy, mid-20s, little scruffy, but polite. He introduces himself as Eric. No last name offered, and Daniel doesn't press because it's the 90s, it's Craigslist, everyone's a little weird. So Eric moves in with a single suitcase, doesn't bring any furniture, doesn't hang any pictures, and his room looks bare except for a mattress on the floor and a single desk lamp. But he's definitely there, he's present. He eats breakfast with Daniel sometimes, they watch the Bulls game together on an old box TV. The kind with knobs you have to hit on the side, back when the Bulls were good. Eric always cheers a little too late, like he's reacting a second behind, like maybe he's not really a true NBA fan. Anyways, after about 3 months, Daniel comes home from work and Eric is gone. Shoes aren't by the door, toothbrush is not in the bathroom, the mattress gone, lamp gone. The closet is even empty. And so Daniel just assumes that Eric moved out suddenly. But here's where it gets strange. The landlord insists Daniel's been living there alone the entire time. There's no record of Eric signing anything, no rent, no payments, nothing. And the neighbors, who Daniel swears waved to Eric in the hall, claim they've never seen anyone else come or go. Daniel even files a missing persons report, and the police tell him flatly there's no such person by that description in their system. It's almost like his roommate never existed. Fast forward to 2014, a university in the Midwest. A freshman student, we'll call her Sarah, gets paired with a random roommate, and her name is Lily. Sarah describes Lily as soft-spoken, pale, slightly old-fashioned. She wore oversized sweaters, read by the desk lamp late into the night, and always kept the blinds closed. The two weren't close, but they lived together comfortably. They exchanged snacks, made small talk, even went to the dining hall a few times. Sarah remembers Lily distinctly eating soup, always soup, no matter the day, no matter the time. Winter break comes, Sarah goes home, and when she returns 2 weeks later, Lily's side of the room is spotless. The bed has been stripped, the desk is cleared, and the closet, again, is empty. Sarah assumes that Lily transferred, but when she asks her RA, her resident advisor, she's met with confusion. They tell her there's never been anyone else assigned to your room. Sarah insists, describes Lily in detail, the sweaters, the soup, the way she hummed faintly when studying, and the RA just shakes his head and says, Sarah, you've been living alone all semester. She panics, running to the other students on her floor, but no one remembers Lily. They only remember Sarah eating alone in the dining hall, walking to class by herself. The university produces paperwork. One student assigned to that room, no record of Lily. Sarah even checks the Wi-Fi logs for their room, and only her device had ever connected. She drops out the following semester, and to this day, she swears Lily was real. Not all cases happen in big cities or campuses. A family in Ontario rents out their basement suite to a man named Paul. A middle-aged worker, quiet but friendly, and always paying cash on the first of the month. And for almost a year, Paul comes and goes. The family hears his footsteps on the basement stairs. They hear his microwave humming late at night. And sometimes he chats with the teenage son in the driveway offering advice about cars. And then one morning, he's gone. His room? Empty. Bed frame, mattress, dresser, vanished. But what makes this story different is what comes after. The family calls their property manager, who insists there's never been anyone renting your basement. Your suite has been empty for over a year. They produce official records. There's no lease, no payments, no utility use from the basement. When the family calls the police, they're dismissed. Without proof of a break-in or missing property, nothing to see here, folks. No investigation needed. But here's the kicker. The teenage son still has a set of tools that Paul gave him. Worn, old, heavy in your hands tools. They exist. Tangible proof of a man who, according to every record, never lived there. Some argue these are cases of impostors or squatters. People slipping into lives where they don't belong. But that doesn't explain the erased records, no leases, no payment histories, and no paper trail. Maybe it's something psychological. Could these be cases of shared delusion? Stress-induced hallucinations? How do multiple people, like Daniel, his neighbors, and even Sarah's classmates, remember the same individual, only for those memories to diverge? The third option, the glitch in the matrix, the one that conspiracy forums latch onto. These are reality glitches, folds in the fabric of existence. People who slipped through from another timeline, coexisted for a while, and then vanished back to wherever they came from. Here's what lingers. What if someone in your life right now, your roommate, coworker, or even your partner, was never really there? What if one day you woke up and the world told you that they didn't exist? Would you fight for your memories? Or would you doubt yourself and wonder if you'd lost your grip on reality? That's the terrifying part about these stories. Not the vanishing, but the silence that follows. Because when someone disappears without a trace, you can hope they're still alive. But when reality itself denies they ever existed, what hope do you have then? If you've made it this far, I just want to thank you so much for watching. My name is Matt, and this is Strange Ordinary. We upload 2 stories every single week. So if you haven't already, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our next upload. And until next time, keep the lights on.